That sounds very freeing. How about also, what are you seeing that people are charging? Because I mean, if you're in the US, you probably have a certain price about what you would charge because you think about the studio, then you notch it down. But then you might have customers all over where that might be expensive, or even vice versa. I'm wondering, since you have a global market of instructors all over, what are you seeing of what yoga teachers are charging one-on-one? I mean, for their group classes, maybe small group, and maybe one-on-ones.
We're seeing extremely low prices, unsustainably low. A lot of teachers have this mindset that it's not as high quality as a in-person interaction and stuff, and that's kind of true. But on the other hand, a lot of them are just still figuring it out. So there are people out there who are teaching yoga classes for like $2 for an hour, and they have 3 or 4 people showing up, and obviously that's not going to be sustainable for them. But they're starting to figure it out, and the students right now, most of these students have had pre-existing relationships with the teachers. They really like their teacher. They want to take classes with that teacher and not any other teacher. And so we see a lot of teachers making terrible mistakes with their pricing when it comes to teaching online. We also see a lot of donation-based pricing. So we added that to Ubindi because it's very popular. So people pay what they want. And that ends up being more lucrative for the teacher because the students are actually happy to pay decent amounts of money to help their teacher get through this time. And just in general, they feel pretty crappy giving a teacher $1. And it's just, so in yoga, we know that people who do yoga tend to be more middle class and affluent. The teachers are all starving, but the students tend to do pretty well on average. And yeah, it's always been this problem where yoga teachers in particular are shy about being compensated for what they do, and just saying, okay, well, my time is worth this and I have to charge this much for me to be able to keep going and keep offering yoga and stuff like that. That's always been a struggle for yoga teachers in particular. Gym, like regular fitness people, are much better at that kind of.
If, let's say, we have some yoga teachers listening right now, do you have any recommendations on what to charge? They might know where their customers are coming from, but because, like you mentioned, they're just afraid to charge people.
Well, I think if they're not sure and if they're shy about asking people for money, doing a donation-based class is good, because then it kind of gives them an idea of how much their students are willing to pay for something.
Yeah, it's sort of like an election that you're living through today. It sort of lets people indicate to the teacher roughly what they think is fair, and then they can take that and then maybe change the future classes to be fixed price around the average of what people are willing to donate, or maybe a little bit higher. Obviously, if you start having lots and lots of people in your classes, you should be raising the price or offering more classes or figuring out how to do this. So Alex and I are entrepreneurs, and our whole mindset is that doing your own thing, offering people something of value and getting paid for it, and maybe even making good money with that or a lot of money with that, that's sort of our goal in life. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. We don't have any moral apprehension about earning money or anything like that. And other people should. And
yoga teachers offer a great service. I mean, they're trained and they're passionate, and so I think it's a bit heartbreaking that they're very shy to ask people to pay them as well for their services. So I think that's something. I mean, it's always been a problem in the yoga industry, I think, but people. Yeah, just like I think to start with letting people donate something for the class probably will make the yoga teacher see, oh, actually people are willing to pay a lot more than what I would have asked them.
Right.
And that's always an interesting starting point.
Okay. So it sounds like, one, if you're a yoga teacher listening and you're sort of unsure where to start, instead of making it low, maybe ask for a donation, see what the prices are, work from there. That was fun, right? Well, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to click like and subscribe so you can get access to the whole episode where we learn a ton more, and you get access to future episodes. Thank you so much for your support, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.